Hi everyone, in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the Tecno Camon 40 Pro, which is Tecno's latest smartphone, and in no way is this a flagship smartphone or anything like that. Tecno is sort of the king when it comes to mid-range smartphones at a budget price. So phones that you see in Malaysia that are like 2,000 ringgit or below, so somewhere between 1,500 to 2,000 ringgit. Tecno gives you specs like that, but at a cheaper price. So usually the Camon Pro series comes in at below 1,000, but with specs that are similar to phones that are above 1,000 ringgit. And the Tecno Camon 40 Pro is the exact same. Now, before we get into unboxing and seeing the specs of this smartphone, let me just tell you that this smartphone only costs 899 ringgit, and oftentimes when there's promotions and sales, you can find it for 700 ringgit plus on places like Shopee and Lazada, which is an incredibly cheap price for a smartphone like this. Now, like I informed you guys, today we'll be taking a look at the Tecno Camon 40 Pro. Let's do a little unboxing. Inside the box, of course, you'll be getting the smartphone, the Tecno Camon 40 Pro itself. You'll be getting the warranty card as well as a manual book. Now, not many companies do this, but I really appreciate that Tecno is one of those companies that include really nice phone cases with their smartphones. And because this is a limited edition drop, which is a collaboration with a very famous Malaysian artist, actor you could call him, Zizan Raza, they actually gave him a very special theme, this color blue, and the casing comes in this limited edition colorway as well. So when you use it with this smartphone and you put it together, this is actually the casing and it looks really good. Not to mention, it still maintains the really slim profile of this smartphone itself. Pretty crazy how you get a limited edition smartphone for below 1,000 ringgit these days. Now, inside the box, you're also getting a 45 watts adapter for fast charging, and of course the mandatory Type-C cable that you get with just about any smartphone these days. Now, first of all, I want to show you guys the build quality and design of this smartphone. Now, in terms of looks, you're getting this beautiful blue color with this camera bumps here. You have the flash as well as the recording red light here, which Tecno is pretty famous for this. When you're recording, this red light actually comes on, so that's pretty cool. And on the side, you can see it's pretty slim. You're getting a few buttons here. This is probably your volume control and your power button. And on the other side, you're getting this new feature by Tecno, which is an AI one-tap button, which Tecno says helps you activate their latest Tecno AI system called Ella. So I'm really excited to test it out and see how this works. On the bottom, you're getting the Type-C, SIM card ejector tool, microphone port, and speakers. And this is good because on the top, you're getting another speaker. So this is a Dolby Atmos system with dual speakers. So you're getting a full immersive two-side speaker system on this smartphone. Now, when I do turn on the smartphone, it's a really beautiful display. I'm not too sure if you guys can see it from this angle, but this is a 6.78-inch sunlight curved AMOLED display. And of course, in terms of refresh rate, you're able to go up to 120 Hz, so that's perfect for those of you who like smooth motions when using the smartphone to scroll or even gaming. Gaming is really good on this smartphone. So the screen is really nice. Now, let's talk about the camera system. Now, we are getting a 50 megapixel main camera, and that comes with the Sony LY-T700C Ultra sensing camera, which gives the images of this smartphone really good picture details, and it's really clear and bright, as you can see from the samples that I'm putting up on screen. And as for the video quality, I've realized that you're able to shoot up to 2K 30 frames per second, and of course you're able to use the ultra steady mode, which gives you really smooth video. And here is a sample video that I've shot, and you can see it's really clear, really nice, really smooth. It's quite nice for those of you who are looking to do light content creation. Now, for those of you who are asking what Android this smartphone is running on, it's running on the latest and greatest Android 15. As for your storage, you're getting 256 gigs. For your RAM, you're able to go up to 16 gigs, so it's 8 gig virtual memory and 8 gigs built in. That's pretty good for really smooth usage and for gaming as well. Now, what I wanted to show you is this smartphone runs on the CPU of the Helio G100 Ultimate, which is the latest one. And what that means is when it comes to gaming, let me just demonstrate how smooth it can be. And because this is a Tecno smartphone, you're also able to adjust what kind of power you like on the smartphone. Now, on default, it's set to equilibrium, which saves power as well as battery life. But if you really want to go all out and have the best performance, you can choose performance mode, and that will give you the ultimate CPU to GPU performance that the smartphone can offer. Now we are playing Asphalt here, and this is Asphalt 8 if I'm not mistaken. And in terms of graphics and how everything looks, it looks beautiful. And in terms of playing the game, let's try to knock someone off a little bit. Okay, that's really smooth, and I feel the vibrations as well. Everything feels really nice. Let's try to do a drift jump. Okay, that didn't work out so well. But in terms of gameplay, it seems to be working really well. Okay, this is a perfect nitro boost that we just got here. So I'm starting to realize that playing games on this smartphone, it does feel really good. And in terms of all the gyroscope and vibrations and all that, like damn, look at that. I know I just got wrecked, but you know, something satisfying goes on with the vibration of this smartphone, because it feels really nice. Like I'm tempted to hit more things just to feel the vibration. It doesn't matter because this is just a demo. I'm not really competing much to prove that I'm a good gamer or anything. But yeah, what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to show you guys that the smartphone is able to run games really smooth, and I'm sure you can tell based on this demo itself. Everything seems to be working really smoothly. So the Tecno Camon 40 for gaming, I think it's a really good device, especially if you're on a budget and you just want to play those games that, you know, may just itch your nerves for gaming. Below 1,000 ringgit, I think the Tecno Camon 40 Pro is a really good deal. Now, in terms of battery, you'll be getting 5,200 milliamps, which would give you a whole day of usage if you're not using your phone too much. For normal usage, social media and things like that, I think you'll get through an whole day. But for gaming and things like that, what I've realized is I've got about 5 to 6 hours of usage, especially gaming, which is pretty solid on a smartphone that's below 1,000 ringgit, because even my flagship smartphones, they do not get by 3 to 4 hours of gaming. So I would say this smartphone is definitely on the more higher end of battery life. It's great to see, because like I said, once again, below 1,000 ringgit. Also, while gaming on this smartphone, I realized that the edges of this smartphone is curved, and when I am holding it, it's really light as well as being really comfortable on my hands. So playing games for long periods of time, it was really pleasant. Now that is the battery life, but Tecno also gives us a really fast charging 45 watts charger, which is called the Supercharge 45 watts max. And as you can see, it moves really quickly. So from what Tecno says, you're able to charge this smartphone from 0 to 100% in 43 minutes. And based on my testing, it's actually quite true. I got it done in about 50 minutes. So pretty accurate what Tecno is claiming. Now with all the specs and everything, you know that this smartphone is probably one of the best you'll be getting. You know, curved screen, fast charging, really nice display, great performance thanks to the CPU that they've put in here, the G100. But all in all, Tecno really wanted to shout out something even better with this smartphone, and that is a one tap button, which enables their Ella services, which is Tecno's new AI assistant. How this works is you just press the button and it pulls up Ella. So this is Ella, which is Tecno's AI assistant. You can ask it anything. Perhaps if you want to just put a document in there, image generate, image to doc, take a photo and ask, or even just something like using your voice, please find me the nearest restaurant. And just like that, you'll be able to see it pulls out all the restaurants nearby to where I am really conveniently, and yeah, you'll be able to see every single detail. This is Google, by the way, so it pulls up, the AI assistant pulls up Google restaurants that are close to me, and just like that, I can just get directions straight to the restaurant really easily. So I just want to say that's a very cool thing Tecno did, introducing this whole really quick way of using AI on a daily basis. But there are other things where you can double click this to pull out your camera for flash snap mode and take photos just like that. Really easy, right? And there are also things like where you can click the button, summarize the content on the page. Let's say you're too lazy to read the entire page, scroll and read it. You can get this AI assistant to summarize it really short for you. So this will take a little bit of time. From what I realize, it's not too long, but it sort of takes time to write out the entire content. But if you guys take a look, this is the summarized content, so it's pretty short for you to just read and understand exactly what's going on in this web page. And this is much easy to understand everything rather than going through the entire page and reading everything and trying to understand what this entire article is about. Overall, I would say Ella is a great addition to smartphones from Tecno. It works flawlessly. Now, a lot of brands are already doing AI in their smartphone, but from what I'm realizing, Tecno and their Ella system works really well. And I would dare to even say works incredibly well and probably one of the best AI systems in a smartphone right now. So if you are into this whole AI thing, I think going with Tecno is a great choice because a lot of other brands I know, they do have AI in their smartphones, but 50% of the time it does not work. This one by Tecno, every single time it gives me exactly what I want. It works fast, it works smooth, and like I said, one of the best AI systems in a smartphone right now. Alright, so overall, I would say the Tecno Camon 40 Pro is a great smartphone for any one of us looking to get a proper smartphone below 1,000 ringgit. And if you're someone who uses social media a lot, the RAM and CPU in here works extremely well, extremely fast. Your whole experience of using the smartphone is really smooth. And for those of you who are looking to get really good photos as well, the camera system on this is something incredible. Like, I've not seen a camera system this good in any smartphone below 1,000 ringgit, but Tecno is definitely changing that game. Their whole processing of the image with their Sony sensor seems to do a really good job. And for those of you who are just looking to take photos, really high quality photos for social media and things like that, I think you guys will find this really perfect for that usage. And surprisingly, for those of you who are into gaming as well, the Tecno Camon 40 Pro seems to run games perfectly fine with its G100 processor. And of course, you have the AI system, which is Tecno's Ella. And I don't want to be too critical about it because it works really well. And I have seen some smartphones out there who do it worse. So I can tell you that what Tecno is giving us here is really smooth. Everything that Tecno integrates into their AI system seems to be something you can use on a daily basis. It's not something you're forced to think of a usage for it and forced to use. It's something that you sort of naturally tend to want to use on a daily basis. Overall, that is the Tecno Camon 40 Pro, a really great smartphone for below 1,000 ringgit. If you guys have any questions you guys have about this smartphone and you guys are considering getting it, I will leave the link down below in the description for you guys to get this at a cheaper price. Of course, that's what I tend to do. I tend to help you guys save money. So use it if you guys want to check out this smartphone. I'm pretty sure it's one of the lowest prices you will be able to find this smartphone at. And yeah, that is the Tecno Camon 40 Pro. Check it out, subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.